In the heart of the eastern region lies Noka, a colorful farming community that holds a tale of determination, resilience, and a hunger for education. But in this community, a silent struggle exists. Noka, with its warm-hearted people, lack a fundamental pillar for its children, a school. For years, children trekked several kilometers to distant communities to access education. But in their quest to quench their thirst for knowledge, they get knocked down by speeding vehicles. As a result, many parents stop their children from going to school.
Sometimes me I had a school call obi wo ho to me say chio no gina kwan nim na car nso gina wo say chen me ma me yi no ende bebre aha kwan ne de aye my school for na bebre na nsia kromo si obi wo kwan so car na bo no nkola mpanyifo ye ha car bo wa unya wutin didim coded flat can say aye
yan mpanyifo kra car bo yen ebi wo boniti na atetew aban so bema yembidi a yesren yempese mo frani betwa kwan ni makobiem.
Meet Eunice Asiedua Agyapong, a trained teacher. In May 2023, she requested to be transferred to teach in the eastern region. That was the only way to be close to home and take care of her aged parents. Eunice was excited when her request was approved, and she had been transferred to Noka MA Basic School. Her excitement soon fades when she discovered Noka Basic School does not exist.
I seek for assurance in Sawoma Doji Municipal, and I was given Noka Primary School. So it was Noka MA Primary School. That was what was on the letter. So I proceed and I had the release. So this academic year, that is 2023-2024 academic year, that was when I was released. So right after I had to bring my document to the municipal. So when I got there, I had to pass by the school to see where the school is located and how the place is. But when I came, when I met the town folks, I asked, I'm coming to Noka, and they told me the school is not yet completed. So when they told me that, I was surprised.
I had the information that a teacher was posted to the school. So I quickly informed the chief and the people of the town so that we can organize our children to start with the school. And that is what we have done. That is why you can see pupils over here. Now we are not schooling in the school building. It's somebody's chapel that the president has offered us that we should be here until the room is completed.
This is the school Eunice has been posted to teach. An uncompleted 6-unit classroom block, a Get Fund emergency project.
The road over here is a major road in Sawam Adesu to Cape Coast and Asamankese. So we thought it twice to establish the school so that those accidents will be avoided.
Sometimes when I sit and think about it, I wonder, because if there is no school, so why do you then post me? But sometimes I just conclude that it's the will of God. Maybe God knows why He sent me here. Because of the kids, maybe He knew I have to come around and start, so the rest will help me. So I'm just holding on to that. Sit, stand, hands up.
About 6 other teachers posted to Noka Basic School didn't return to the community after their first visit. But Eunice Asiedua Agyapong was determined to rise above the difficulties and make an impact in the lives of these young ones. Let the mission begin, knocking on one door to the other and inspiring dreams. She gathered the children. With a generosity of heart, Maranatha Power Ministry offered their structure.
It wasn't easy though, but I got help from the assemblyman and the pastor who gave us this temporary structure, that is Reverend Intiamwa. I had help from one man called Evans Mensa. He was the first person when I came to the place. He told me the structure will be ready very soon, so don't worry. And a lot of your colleagues have been around, they have come and checked the place, so don't worry. They will join you soon. And a lot of people are here, so you shouldn't worry at all. So those people, their words of encouragement, it brought positive vibes, and I decided that this thing I have to start.
Every morning, these learners embark on a symbolic journey to a bright future, carrying chairs to this makeshift classroom. In less than 2 months, enrollment increased, and so did the workload on Eunice.
On the 4th October this year, we started with admissions. And that day, I had 7 pupils admitted. And day in, day out, admissions increase. And currently, we have 107 kids. It's not easy. It's not easy, especially those younger ones who are now starting school. It's not easy. It's not easy for you to get them their concentration. They are hyperactive kids. So sometimes I have to be going around, catching them, letting them sit in between those in the upper classes. Sometimes if I see they are disturbing, I just have to let them sit beside the upper class pupils so that they can monitor them whilst I teach, so it won't distract the class. Looking at the nature of the place and the workload, sometimes it's not easy. It's not easy.
In this shared space, children from ages 3 to 15 sit side by side, driven by a collective hunger for education.
Before we learn the new letter,
Eunice, with dedication etched on her face, navigates the challenges of a single-space classroom. The jamming of learners into one space and the workload makes it difficult for Eunice to follow the Ghana Education Service curricula.
For now, I have not started with the curriculum yet. I have not. Because if I say I am going by the curriculum, it's 6 weeks. And 6 weeks, we have different levels. We have different levels among us, so I can't. If we were more than that, I can go strictly according to the curriculum. But because I'm here alone, I can't do that. So I just pick the general thing. They all have to know, then we discuss.
You're in class 1, class 2, and class 3. Not class 4 and class 5. Classes, more classes. I anyway one year and you see on the back when you be a try the crana many way throw no cha. No this room to you feel no this rancy. Yannick KG Funa is seeing it. Saying if Kepesa bank burning them for night class will be out on the class.
I can't be out here so Bubiano. I'm a yapper, I saw down me in Sasse. Won't come answer. Na
in the community, I discussed with them and they said they have asked the churches in the community to give them their building. So if the teachers are around, we would have divided into classes and moved to the various church buildings.
These beginners are practicing how to write the alphabet. With their bare hands, they write the letters in the sand. This may appear unconventional, but their facilitator believes this helps to awaken the learners' imaginative minds.
We kids, we have some kind of imagination. So as you imagine, oh, this is how the person is writing, this is how the hand or the finger is turning. So as you picture that in your mind, you will write on the ground as you imagine it in your head. That is why sometimes when they open their books, what they imagined, that is what they write. So that is how when you want to start with writing, you go by air, writing on the individual's back, on the ground, then to the book. If you have tables, we'll be writing on the tables and on the slates, but our slates are few.
Call this a trip back in time or resourcefulness. For these young minds, however, these spoilt batteries are their best bet for a blackboard.
I started with the slates. Someone brought a slate, so I started with the slate. I write on the slate, then they copy. So it was later the community gave us a plywood to use as board. So we have to use the used batteries. So we mixed it with water and we darkened the plywood to be used as board.
It is time for lunch, and anywhere, including the floor, serves as a dining table. And when nature calls, these children have to run to their various homes.
Let's say toilet.
Those who cannot make the treacherous journey back home queue to use this unsafe latrine at the church.
Me, myself, I am scared of it. So sometimes, I quite remember one of the learners, she was crying, she wanted to poop. So I had to tell the senior sister and sending her there. When I realized, they just got a rubber bag and they just let her ease herself and they tied it and went to put it in.
From my political experience, the school will be opened before next year academic year, because definitely is the government of in power who is doing it. We are going to vote by next year December, so they need to commission this school to show the community that they are working before next year academic year.
I say, in Kunyano, you have to children, near the abasi, your bread, your brown, so I know food to every year. Una ntoka na mfutu bia insu to cry bit me ahye nti aso aban so ombo yendan ne suman tu
ke pese aban be ne ntem na efo na class no bi akone class.
They have potentials. Was being with them, I have seen some like to draw, some also they are creative, and others also academically they are good. So I am hoping if the building is ready, we get enough teachers, we get learning materials, teaching materials. Definitely they will realize their potential and they will get far.
Na me bomma me papa no minyan no more on my Ghana na me san yarewa. I promise.
As they pledge their loyalty to their motherland, Ghana, these pupils are also saying a silent prayer for their school building to be completed. But until that prayer is answered, Eunice, Helenes, and in fact the entire Noka community will continue to dream of a brighter tomorrow.